Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm not a professional speaker, so I've got a few notes here to read off, so you have to bear with me. And it's a little dim in here, so we'll do our best. But on behalf of our Chief of Police, Kristen Zeman, I just want to thank you guys for this recognition and for your support, everybody here for your support of first responders and public safety. We also want to thank Mike Moserino from Darley. He was our vendor that sold us our drones, and he's been a tremendous resource for us, helped us through step by step and making sure we knew what we were doing and that we had the best products on the market. So we really appreciate that. A little over a year ago, I met with our command staff at the police department and presented them with a plan for starting a drone program. And I wasn't really sure how they were going to react to it. Because you know how those things go, especially when there's costs involved. But the chief's first response when I finished explaining all the benefits of this new technology was yes, yes, yes. What can we do? And you know, I was so excited to get that response because I knew what these drones could bring to us. Since then, we've used the drones to photograph and map traffic crash scenes, to search for missing persons, to search for robbery and shooting offenders, and even murderers. Within a little over a month after getting the program officially off the ground, I was headed into work one day, February 15th, when I heard some of the most terrifying radio traffic I'd ever heard on my police radio. Officers responding to an active shooter incident at the Henry Pratt Company in Aurora. That's a 29,000 square foot warehouse in Aurora. As I continued in, I heard officer after officer, or should I say friend after friend, call out that they had been shot. I quickly grabbed two of our drones that headed that way as the offender was hiding in the warehouse. Sergeant Howe and I then both flew drones over the facility as teams entered the building searching for the offender. We then monitored the large building in hopes of catching the offender should he flee out of the roof or a side door, and in an effort to look for any additional victims. The offender was eventually located in the building and the incident was resolved. As we look back at that specific situation, it was awesome to have the technology to be able to have such a broad overview of the incident, especially of an incident of that size and magnitude. Also, we were able to live stream footage back to our command post, which really helped provide people in the command post an idea of the scale of the incident, especially if they weren't familiar with that building and that warehouse. But one of the things I was most proud of was our education of our department and acceptance of the technology. While I was en route with the drones, because it was too busy, too hectic for me to tell anybody I was on, I just started heading that way. While I was en route with the drones and victim officers were being carried from the scene, one of our officers trying to secure the scene piped up on the radio and requested that we bring out the drones. It was nice knowing that at that moment, we were properly equipped with the technology to do the job and to potentially save lives. If you could just bow your heads real quick for a few seconds as we remember the 5 innocent civilians whose lives were stolen from them that day. Thank you. Sergeant Howe and I wanted to really thank you, everybody in the room, and especially all these companies providing this technology, for your support, and to encourage you to continue to develop valuable technology that helps to ensure that we go home to our wives and children. Thank you.
Thank you.